We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll go play action here with Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
And no one happier, C.J. Stroud was drafted, than Nico Collins, because he's had over 1,000 yards each season since Stroud came to town. What a great relationship those two have. Almost symbiotic in what they get done.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Titan defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes your clauses get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Stroud. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a 2nd and 2. A run once more with Singleton. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Titans are 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And they were able to tough it out last week. A close 1-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
Out to his left. This is caught by Tate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll work it inside with Singleton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. To throw, here's Ward. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now Ward. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
On the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Flush to his right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Titan defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This will be fielded at the 17. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Singleton. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now 2nd and 9. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ward. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. A nice little juke. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
The extra receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
Stroud's pass intercepted. The Titans take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it second down and 11. To throw is Ward. Gunnar Helm hauls it in. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Got a man. That's Helm. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
That is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Titans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now, Ward. Out right to DK. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. First down and goal to go.
On the handoff, Singleton. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Now Ward, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Stroud completes this out wide. So nothing doing there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offense.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Singleton. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. And they'll go on the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Throwing is Ward. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Gunnar Helm, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Montgomery on the counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
For the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They got to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also an offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect. They know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Ward throwing to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, Ward. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. To the air again, Ward. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On fourth down, on is the veteran, Gfssl for the Titans field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Sly able to put this one through. And the lead stretches, 16-3 now. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to work. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A give here to Singleton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 45. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? He's had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves,
he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. A give to Pollard running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Ward looks for the out route, and it's complete to Komet. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Up the middle, Singleton. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Ward. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Looking to throw. Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Out of the gun, a run with Singleton. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On the give, this is Singleton. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Ward to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They'll run with Singleton. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
2-3.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
They juked him.
Jalen Noel on the return. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Now Stroud. And that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over first and 10. On play action, Ward. Short one caught by Helm. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
For a Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. That is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Pollard looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Singleton going to try to punch his way in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's 3rd.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one left side caught by Collins. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Houston.
Here's Woody Marks for the first time. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45.
Down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st down, Texans.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They set up the screen. Marks. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
A gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27.
Stroud now to throw. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
At the 5-yard line.
And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
David Montgomery, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Texans 10.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Stroud looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Stroud. They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Houston.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 87 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a first down.
First down, Texans.
Here's Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Stroud to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.